This is my tutorial on a card trick. This trick involves a setup. I don't do tricks with setups, so I had to figure out a way to get around that. And it turns out that if you're doing tricks for somebody, halfway through there'll be a point where they're busy with something and you can set up your deck. And this is a very quick setup. I learned this from YouTube. I kind of had to decipher the video though, it was kind of iffy. So I decided to do my own. So for this trick you have a spectator pick card, right? It could be any card. For the purpose of this YouTube video, I'm just going to pick a card myself. You'd have them pick a card, and it doesn't really matter. Yes, you could be the hand if you want, but no. Okay, so this is their card. Okay, you'll have to trust me that I haven't that I'm not cheating in any way that I couldn't actually do live. Okay, so there's your card. I haven't looked at it. I have looked at it now, but for this trick it doesn't really matter. 10 of hearts. Okay, and hopefully it won't turn into the 10 of diamonds later. That does happen in other people's tricks. So you place this on top. I'm hiding the deck here. You place 10 of diamonds on the top of the deck. You cut the deck and you square it off like this. Okay, so now I have no idea where anything is. I'm not very good at this trick. This is early for me, so I'm going. That was a live vote. I'm going to search through for something that might help me. The deck is better at this than I am. I think that's a hint. Okay. These guys are going to be useful for later. Pop these in here. Okay, and I'm not going to need this card. Not going to need this card. Okay, let's use those guys. I'll put one on top, the other one on the bottom. Right, just like this. Okay. Now I don't need the deck, so I get rid of that. What's this? Could this be your card? 10 of hearts. Okay, that does require throwing cards around. Hopefully you're comfortable with that. As I said, this trick does require setup. You find your 2 aces. You can do 2 special cards. I like the 2 black aces. That's what the other YouTubers use in their video. You put these upside down. Right there. Okay? So now you've got it like this. Don't, you know, when you're holding the cards, don't let this happen. You have to keep them kind of squared up. And when you go for that fan, just like this, you probably want to grab this and keep that steady with your thumb. Okay? Then you have them choose a random card. It's actually random. You don't need to force a card on them for this one. You put it on top, and then you give the cards a cut. You actually bury their card somewhere in here. You don't know where it is at this point. You search through. You find your 2 face-up aces. They'll be amazed because they just saw you fan the cards and there was nothing there. So you cut. This was difficult for me. You cut so that the 2 are on top. Okay. And now, if you do the arithmetic, their card is this one right here. Okay? So these 2 cards, save for later, right? So you put them on the ground next to you. This card you don't need. This is actually a random card, none of these matter. This card you don't need, so you get rid of that. And then you pull one off the bottom. This card on the bottom, we also don't need. Don't show them this. So you get rid of that. Then you put this card here and that card there, square it off. You pull just their card away, so this is now their card. Okay? And now, so you have this one and this one. You hold tight with your finger here, and your fingers grab this one. And with the sweat on your fingers, you grab so you can pull this one away. Then you throw the deck out, and so that you have these 3 cards left. That takes practice. It didn't take any practice for me. I would try it a few times before you go out there and do it with somebody else. So you throw them, and the kinetic energy basically pushes everything that is not stuck to your hand away. So you now have these 3 cards, and I don't like to touch their card because you don't have to. So you have it like this, and I sort of wiggle it so that their card's there. I tried to get it so you could throw this at them, but it didn't work. You can also just show it to them if they don't exist, or they're hundreds of miles away, which is our situation. And then you can do this, and then you're set up to do it again if you want. If you're going table to table at a restaurant or something. And if you do that, be sure you're paid, because they do pay people to do that. Okay, so that's all the setup you need for that trick.